Hello world, hello everybody. Welcome to today's topic, which is intuition. The how, why, and when. Okay, let's start with the why. Well, we have two knowledge centers, so to speak. One is our mind, and the other one is our heart, or our intuition, gut feeling, what we sometimes call it. And the mind is an amazing beneficial tool to function in this world. How to drive a car, how to cook, how to do things. And great tool, but that's what it is for the world we are living in, for this existence. The other part where we want to make decisions is about our spiritual, our beingness. We want to listen not to the mind, where I'm going, who I'm with, what kind of meditation I do. All this stuff which we want to know about ourselves, our path. That's where our intuition is the only voice which is always correct. The mind, on the other hand, has really no idea about the inner work, and it's beyond it. So any answer given by the mind in these topics is intrinsically wrong. So that's why I want to listen to my intuition, or when and why is because the voice of my heart or my intuition shows me the way into myself. All right. So when do I want to listen to it? When I want to make decisions about real important topics, not about not about what am I eating, but in the case, for example, of where am I going, like for a new home, or what job do I really want to take, what work do I want to do, or what partner, I see a person. All these decisions are decisions of our heart and not of our mind. Because for one reason, the mind only goes with past experiences, has no clue about anything which it hasn't done yet. So that's one thing. The other thing, so if that's another person or another place, the mind hasn't been there. So there is no way it can judge, so to speak, if that's beneficial or not. But the heart knows. And so in any decisions I want to make, again, about myself, I ask the heart. Now the mind cannot really be silenced. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to employ the mind. So I let the heart decide, for example, where I'm going to live next. And then I'm going to tell my mind, okay, we're going there. Please help me figuring out how to do it. And the mind's going to be, okay, I can do that. And it's not arguing with you anymore about your decision to go to Gran Canaria or wherever. So, how am I going to listen to this voice of ours, our gut feeling, our intuition? Because that voice is very, very faint normally. And also this voice is different for everybody. For me, I don't see anything, I just know. And it's a certain kind of knowing, a certain taste. And I know out of experience that's my intuition, that's my heart. Other people see, other people hear, other people feel. We all are different. So we want to learn first of like, how is my voice? Yeah. And I'm going to do that. Well, one way is to do a meditation before any major decisions about myself. And that would be the no mind meditation, which consists of two parts. One is gibberish for like say 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I just talk nonsense. Like that. I can move my body, I sit with a blindfold. So that exercise basically exhausts my mind and then the next, after 10 minutes, say, there's a little gong in your timer, and you just freeze and watch. That is exhausting your mind and quieting your mind. And in that moment, when you stop and freeze, your heart is there, your intuition is there, your gut feeling is there. A split second later, the mind comes. That's how it works. The first thing is always your heart, your intuition. A split second later, the mind comes in and usually argues. So quieten your mind with this meditation, and then you sit down and you become aware of your breath, which basically centers you and also quietens your mind a little bit because you're focused on your breath. And then you visualize to be with this person and see how it feels. You visualize how it is to be in this place, and you see how it feels. How does it feel? Are you excited? Are you afraid? Are you anxious? Is there nothing? Yeah? Feel that feeling. No judgment, just the way it is. What happens is when we visualize, we connect with the matrix, but not the so-called negative matrix, but the Greg Braden calls it divine matrix. Everything is connected. There is no time and space. So the heart can actually go into this situation and experience it without you having actually physically being there. So like with a new person or a new place, the heart knows how it will be because there's no time in that divine matrix. So you feel, then you take a few deep breaths or breath and become aware of your breath again, and then you visualize the opposite. You're not with that person. You're not in that place. You're somewhere else. And see how that feels. And again, the first thing, the feeling, the first knowing, the first that is my intuition. And so I feel what is the opposite. Then I take a few deep breaths, and then I compare. And then I know, I'm going to go there, or I'm not going to go there, or this is the right person, or this is the right job. So that's one way when we want to listen to our intuition, or one moment, yeah? And these exercises over time makes it more and more easy. And the second thing is trust. Sometimes my intuition tells me things to say things where I go like, whoa. But out of experience, I know it to be true. Even though if my mind can't grasp it, or if I don't even understand it, there's a certain taste when my knowledge or my intuition or my gut feeling or a download comes in, and I know this is correct. And then I trust, and then I go for it. And if you do that over time, you will see that that taste, that feeling, that knowledge, your way of have your intuition is correct. And there's one rule: the heart is always correct. And once you know how it is, how the voice of your intuition is, you just go for it. And when your mind comes in and goes, nah, 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 yeah, okay, I hear you, and I'm still doing it. It's an exercise in discipline, it's an exercise in awareness, and it's also actually very easy to listen. You just need to be in the moment and aware. And since we are always very, very sidetracked by everything, and we are not really in the moment, when I do have to make a decision in regard of myself and what I'm going to do, I do this little meditation, and then I'm really here, and then I'm more able to listen to my intuition. Crystals help if I program them to make the voice a little bit more clear or a little bit more loud. but you need to listen. The crystal is not really doing it, it's just amplifying something. And at last, another little experience I have with my intuition, which happens actually very often, which is not about a decision I have to make, but it's about being open to what existence has to tell me. And that happens to me in a massage. And what happens when I get a massage, I'm completely there. I'm present. I'm relaxed. I'm aware. And then suddenly a movie starts rolling. And I get a download about, and in fact, I got a download about talking about intuition during the last massage I had from my friend Amuda. And it's a certain kind of movie. It's not a normal F word movie, but it has a different taste. And it's obviously not coming from me because it's completely something I wasn't even thinking about or wondering about or anything. It's just suddenly there's some information coming. So that's a different way of functioning from my heart, to listen to my heart, is being completely in the moment, present, and then listening to what is being said. And it's not necessarily, well, in my case, it's not a voice who talks blah blah blah. For me, it's just like a imagination, a movie. Like I'm starting to talk in my mind about what I'm gonna say and what needs to be said, and yeah. So your inner world is way more vast than our mind can fathom. And intuition, the voice of the heart, the gut feeling can come in many, many ways. So just trust into yourself, trust into your ability to be in the moment and listen, and then follow through. And through that experience, you will find your voice, your heart is always right. Sometimes it takes a little bit of courage because the voice goes like, you don't do that. But I really am invested. I want to do this because I think I get some gain out of it. I still have to listen to my voice because I know out of my experience, I want to work with somebody and my inner voice goes, But I see that if I do work with that person, then I have some gain. I get some benefits out of that. And I override my voice. 100%. It backfires and it doesn't work out. So make these experiences as well, which gives you then another kind of trust that, oh yeah, right, I didn't listen and boom. So enjoy, listen to yourself, because the major thing which comes out of this is you will be more the creator of your life, not your mind, which has nothing to do with you. I wish you all a wonderful life, and aloha till next time. Thank you.